Hi everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to make these delicious homemade olive and cheese buns. Bursting with flavour, they are perfect for breakfast, lunch or as a snack. So grab your ingredients and let's get started. Remove the pits from 200 grams of black olives, or you can use already pitted ones. Although already pitted olives save on time, I find they are not as tasty, so I recommend you buy these whole olives for a tastier finish. Then thinly slice 2 onions, which can be red or white. I've used 450 grams of cheddar cheese for this recipe, but for a more traditional Turkish version, you can use helim or halloumi instead. Whichever you use, chop the cheese into approximately 1 centimeter cubes. That's our prep work done, time to move on to the next step. Heat approximately 150 ml of olive oil in a non-stick pan. When the oil is hot, add the sliced onions. Soften on medium to high heat, breaking up any clumps. Adding a light sprinkle of salt will help soften the onions. When the onions have softened and changed colour, add the pitted olives. Gently blend in the olives with the onions and lower the heat. After a couple of minutes of heating the olives, add 6 tablespoons or 90 grams of dried mint and mix well. After a couple of minutes, turn off the heat and put aside to cool. On to making the dough. In a large bowl, pour in 640 ml of room temperature milk. Add 200 grams of plain yogurt, followed by 50 ml of olive oil. Mix to combine. Then add 1 whole egg. Add a tablespoon or 15 grams of salt and an optional teaspoon of sugar, followed by 2 packets or 14 grams of dried yeast. Thoroughly mix using a whisk until everything is evenly combined. Then it's time to start adding in the flour. Add gradually, mixing with a wooden spoon as you go along. In total, I used 1 kilogram of strong bread flour. When you've added all the flour and are no longer able to mix with the wooden spoon, it's time to start using your hands. Knead until you have a soft and smooth dough, which should take around 8 to 10 minutes to form. Once you're happy with your dough, roll into a ball, cover and leave to double in size, which is usually between 2 to 4 hours in a warm spot. Going back to the onion mixture, it should have cooled down by now and you can add the cheese to the pan. Mix thoroughly so that you have an even distribution of mint, onions and olives. After between 2 to 4 hours, the dough should have doubled in size and you can now go ahead and add the olives and cheese mixture. Use your fingers to push the mixture into the dough as much as you can, helping to incorporate it throughout the dough. You can also use your fists, but be careful not to squash the olives and cheese. We are aiming to keep them intact. Then gently, using the folding method, lift each side of the dough and fold it over the inclusions. Repeat from different sides to trap the inclusions inside. Repeat as necessary, but avoid excessive folding, which can toughen the dough. Once you're happy with the folding, it's time to start forming the buns. Grease and line 2 to 3 baking trays. Depending on the size of your buns, you can make approximately 20 buns with this recipe, more if you make them smaller. Take the required amount of dough, depending on the desired size of bun, into the palm of your hands and shape into a ball. As you shape the buns, remove any air bubbles you come across and try to push into the dough any of the cheese or olives so they don't burn as they are baking. As you place them on the baking tray, be sure to leave a gap in between. Repeat until you have used all of the dough. Once all the dough has been used, cover the buns with either a plastic sheet or clean tea towel and rest for 30 minutes. In the meantime, whilst the buns are resting, separate the yolk from one egg. Add a few drops of milk to the egg yolk and mix thoroughly. This will be used to glaze the buns so they turn out beautifully golden. After 30 minutes of resting, brush on the egg and milk glaze onto each of the buns. Then there's the option of topping the buns with a thin slice of tomato for extra flavour and presentation, but you can omit this part out if you prefer. Bake in a preheated oven at gas mark 5 or 190 degrees Celsius or 375 Fahrenheit. The total time for cooking these buns was 45 to 50 minutes, changing positions of the trays from top to bottom from time to time to cook evenly. And our olive and cheese buns are ready. They look and smell absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you try out these buns, let me know in the comments how they turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more delicious recipes. See you in the next video.